Good morning, folks. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dr. Dalmader. So, I'm a CIS instructor at Pima Community College, Computer Information Systems Center on the East Campus. So, I also work for Tucson Electric Power as a communications and network engineer. I also help out in renewable energy with Timon's group, which is my specialization, right? So my doctorate degree, I did it for optimization model for peak load domain minimization under high PV penetration, right? So I'm going to be walking you through today on lab 11 for CIS 137 Linux operating system class. So bear with me, let's walk you through lab 11 because I realize a lot of people are struggling with that lab. So I will be doing a video for every single lab, 1 all the way through 14, but this is just one of them, lab 11, managing network, right? So let's do that. So first of all, you have to schedule a lab, right? So this is a schedule lab, so I have 47 minutes left for that lab. So I'm going to be entering my lab and then going to foundation. Is always a good practice to have two screens opens up. So on the right side you see that I have the lab opens, the instruction for the lab opens, right? So on the left I have the kiosk, okay, the command line. So you log into kiosk as a red hat, right? And then what do you do there? You will see that we are logging as a kiosk into foundation 0. And then we have to go into the command line, and then in the command line, what do we want to do? We want to start all the machines, right? So we'll do red hat dash virtual machine control start all, right? So all the machine will start, right? So give it a minute because it will still be starting at the background, right? Before we can log in as a student into workstation. So SSH, right? SSH student at Red Hat. SSH student at workstation. Okay. So student at workstation. So let me just make sure I'm recording. Yep, I'm recording. All right, say no route found, right? Because it's still working on the background, like I said. So let's give it a minute and issue the command again. Here we go. Here we are. So once we are in there, we need to start that lab, right? What's the name of the lab? So it's a lab space net review. Okay, and then start. So we start the lab. It has to be successfully started, otherwise we'll encounter problems. You can see here, this is the command we issue in lab net review start, right? And then there we want to SSH into server B. So SSH student at server B. So we are in the server B, and then at that server we want to be super user do, right? Sudo. So sudo I, what's the password? This is student, right? Student, we are in there. Okay, so we are there as a root. Now we can work as a root. So what do we want to do that? We want to create a connection name lab, okay, with interface name. For this example is ENX, but we will not be using ENX. We will use exactly what is in the machine, right? So that's why we need to issue the command IP link first to see what is in there. So IP link. All right. So as you can see here, number 2, it gives you the name of your interface. The interface is ENP1S0. That's what we will use, okay? All right, so let's do that. So before we do that, what we want to do, we want to show the active connection. So nm CLI con show, okay, show active. All right. So as you can see again, device name is ENP1S0. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, let's add the connection. So nm CLI connection mode Okay, so connection add connection name lab if name en p1s0. Okay, now enx. Okay, so type, what's the type is Ethernet. All right, all right, and then slash, go to the next line and then type in IPv4 dot method. How are we entering that connection? We're doing it manually, right? So manual, okay, slash, and then what's the address? So IPv4 dot address, okay. So what's the address? 172.25.250.11 slash 24 from the table, right? Okay, and then what's the gateway? So dot gateway 172.25.250.254, and then enter. Now what's the DNS? So it is successfully added, as you can see. Now we need to add the DNS. So let me go here, nmcli con mode lab, okay, and then IPv4 dot DNS 172.25.250.254. Okay, DNS and gateway should be the same. Okay, it's not 154. Okay, it's 250. Okay, gotta be careful. 250 is 172.25.250.254. Okay, all right, all right. So now we want that connection to be auto connected. Okay, when we start the device we want it to be auto connected. So nmcli connection, right, connection mode lab connection dot auto connect. Yes, we want it to be auto connected, right? And then nmcli con mode, and then for the wired connection one, we want that to be not auto connected. So connection dot auto connect, no. Okay, so connection dot auto connect, that one we don't want it to be auto connected. Okay, and then down the row we move. So 5, we want to add a new IP address to the connection, right? So let's do that. So it will be nmcli connection mode lab, what is the plus IP address v4, IPv4 dot addresses, right? Addresses in this case, so 10.0.1.1 slash 24. Okay, so we add that to lab again, and now, okay, so now we want to go inside the network script file and then write into that script. To do that, on the screen we'll use echo. Otherwise we can just use the vim and then go inside the file and then write down into the file, right, as we learned from lab 8 and 9, right? So let's go ahead and do that in the screen. So echo IP address 1, all in capital, right? So to do capital you just hold the shift key before you press any other key, right? 0 1 1 10.0.11. We close that out, forward slash enter, and then make sure you do the pointer, right, the 2 pointer, okay, to where etc. Remember that etc command that we use with vim, sysconfig network scripts, okay. slash if config dash lab. Okay, so we are in that file. We write that into that file. It took it. So I'm going to issue the same command, but I will replace IP address with prefix 1, right? So let's go ahead and change this guy to prefix 1. Ooh, prefix 1 equal 24. Okay, equal 24, pointing to the same file, right? And then boom. All right. Now what do we want to do? We want to add the 10.0.1.1 as a private IP address to the host file, right? So echo, okay, 10.0.1.1 private, okay, into where? etc host. Boom. Yeah, so I forget something. What is that? Is the pointer, right? We got to point into that file. Oh, it's not gonna work. Double pointer. All right, so we are in there. Now we took it, right? So what do we want to do? After we did all that as administrator, we need to reboot the system, right? So system CTL, okay, system CTL, okay, not CT1. Reboot, okay, reboot. We reboot that system, and then it will kick you out of the server. You are in the workstation now, where you can ping to see if the network is being configured properly, right? So server B. So from any workstation, we want to ping that connection, right? So ping C3 server B, right? All right. So 3 packet transmitted, 3 received, 0 loss, which is great. This is what we want. Now let's see what grade we have. So lab net review grade. Okay, let's cross screen here, right? Lab net review grade. Okay, server B cannot be reached. Yeah, that's the problem we're having with this lab, with the server B. So it's not getting reached, right? It's not. Sometimes it's reachable, sometimes it's not. When a lot of people are logging to that server, it's not. So let's do that again. So nothing was wrong, everything was good, you know. If we reach out to server B, then it will say pass, 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 right? That's what we want to see. But we can, so. All right, so no problem. All right, we can be there. Good. So, but you see the main idea, right? What we want to do with this lab. All right, so we can get into server B to see the grade, but that's fine. Okay. As you can see, yeah, you can. All right, so usually when you do that, it should show pass, 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 pass. Oh, great. So now we are in server B, it shows pass, pass, pass. What we want to do is what? You go here, you grab snipping tool, okay, and then new. What do we want to do? We want to take a snipping tool. I love to do the whole thing that way. Your instructor know you the one who log in, right? Okay, that's what I want to see, not just the screen. But before we take the screenshot, let's wait a minute and then finish the lab. So issue the command lab finish, okay, finish. That's what people are not doing. That's why the server B is being congested. So you need to get out of that server successfully, right? Now you can use the spinning tool. Let's go ahead and do that new. And then what I want you to do is make sure I can see your login credential here, right? It's you. As you can see, it shows S Dalmeda 1, you know, and then here, and then that's what you want to do. File, save as, right? And then see lab 1, lab 2. So I already saved that somewhere. I don't want to do it again, okay? But that's what you want to do, and then you put it into the the assignment, right? So if you have any question, shoot me an email, all right, or give me a call, or come to my student hours Tuesdays and Thursdays in room 143. All right, Tuesdays and Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. All right, so bye bye now. See you later. Bye.